All right, House here, back with another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and throughout, leave a comment. If I mess up or fact check me, that's another big one. Uh, Niners won. Okay, they pulled it off. I knew they would. I didn't doubt it. Um, got Debo back. That was big. I seen that we're expected to get McCaffrey back, Christian back, early part of November. So I believe Mason, Jordan Mason, 24 carries, buck 30 or something close. Anyway, a buck 24. He just ran all over the place. Uh, maybe 123. Maybe 23 carries, 124 yards. Anyway, he had himself a game. Okay. Also had 37 receiving yards. Outside of that, uh, one thing that did stick out is George Kittle. That catch he had was, I'm sorry, maybe it's my Bay Area bias, but he is indeed the best tight end in the game and has been for a while. Blocking, best blocking tight end. I mean, now where he ranks in history, that's a whole nother, because again, for me, guys like, I really watch guys like Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was no slouch. Uh, then here goes my Bay Area bias, Brent Jones. Huh? That's neither here or there. Niners got the W. Um, I will say this: Jacoby Brissett, man, he's one tough son of a gun. I will say that. I will say resilient. Keeps getting up, but they definitely have the work cut out for him over there in New England. Uh, Let me see other games that stuck out to me. Kansas City Chiefs and Chargers. Hey, what Harbaugh's doing over there, remember, I know what he did for the 49ers. I witnessed it. He's a winner. He's a game changer. He just, you know, that's not the same Chargers team. And even in that loss, you kind of see that, okay? Uh, I expect them to at least make the playoffs. But championship team is going to do championship things, and that's what Kansas City is over there. Again, we would have 2 Super Bowl rings if it were not for Kansas City. And I say we, I'm speaking about 49ers. Neither here nor there. That was a game that stuck out. How about Sam Darnold? I believe he leads the league in touchdown passes. We used to have him. I guess that goes to show what good coaching will do for you. And when I say that, I'm talking about Kyle Shanahan and just who he ingratiates in his staff from year to year. Uh, Good things happen. Even with players who come and go, just good things happen. It's like maybe he slows it down for them and makes them understand the little nuances and just the little small details that maybe you wouldn't. But it transitions to being effective. I got Lillian out here. Lillian, say hello to the people. I don't know if y'all can see her. I don't want y'all to see my feet. I hope y'all didn't. I hope I did not show the toes, but that's neither here nor there. Um, hope you guys got to see Liliani. Um, but yeah, that was one game that stuck out, and or another game that stuck out. And let's see, Bengals finally got a W. Houston Texans, they got a W. How about Daniels? Am I saying that right? Over there with the Commanders? Jaden McDaniels? Well, I'll get it together. He's making he's making a name for himself. I'll tell you that much. And hey, it goes to show. Here goes coaching again. And then there's the thing: some folks are meant to be head coaches. And of course, I'm talking about Cliff Kingsbury because he's the offensive coordinator over there in Washington. And see, they went up against his former team, and they just demolished him. When I say former team, I'm talking about the Arizona Cardinals. But yeah, that's you know, as far as football, really the games that kind of stuck out. I know there's more. You leave your comments and let me know. But outside of that, we have a big debate, if you want to view it, that coming up tomorrow between Tim Walz and JD Vance. Now, my opinion, or what I have to say, my little 2 cents in the matter, um, is let's not by any, even though, let me start off. I'm getting a little excited. Say what you want about either candidate. They are where they are. Okay. And so each one had different characteristics and qualities that got them to where they are. And it wouldn't be a debate if they were both the same. If you had two parties that were just the same and spewed the same rhetoric, So you kind of need the contrast. And within that, each contrast, each side could have a little, you know, hook here and a jab there. The other side maybe get a jab, because it's just two different styles. With that being said, I still think the advantage goes to JD Vance. Intellectually, communication wise, and then just when you go in depth with the policies. Okay? Because if we just want to be real, what does Kamala do? What policies? What no tax? What got that from Trump? It's shoe up the border. Trump. She's got another one in there. It hasn't came to mind, but again, it's no stretch why folks are saying, "Hey, we might as well get her a MAGA hat." Okay, so anyhow, we have that debate coming up tomorrow. Um, I feel like they'll both have the little zingers or little moments, but given the way of the mainstream fake news, fake news, I feel like they're gonna try to do whatever was zinger or whatever. It's just like Kamala. They're gonna like lay it on thick. They're gonna lay it on heavy. Put a $20 bill on a $10 bill. They're gonna lay it on heavy. Okay, but if you use good sound judgment, what I always talk about, isolate it. You got to isolate. Go in with your own eyes and come out of it. Don't jump online or anything. That's what I did with the first debate. I didn't want to be online and trying to get swayed. And so I remember watching the debate between Kamala and President Trump. And I'm like, man, she's lying. She's lying. Come on, Trump. Come on, man. No. Okay, Trump. All right. You got it there. All right. I love when he was like, excuse me, I'm talking. Sound familiar? I was like, all right, Trump. You swinging now. You jabbing now. And then when he ended with, why hasn't she done it? Why hasn't she done it? She go down there, wake Sleepy Joe up, give him a pen. Okay? You watched it, okay? And that alone, that closing statement by him got millions of views on X, formerly known as Twitter. Neither here nor there. So if you do isolated critical thinking after you watch it, and hell, if you want to write down your thoughts as you're watching, and then go to social media, even the mainstream media, and see what they have to say, and then you could, I always like to compare and contrast, and see, but go with what you think first before you get enticed or swayed by anything else, okay? Because even though I know Trump didn't nail her like, did she have? I could see how folks could say, "Oh yeah, she won," with all the antics and the, all that kind of stuff. I could see how folks could say she won, and then if you didn't go and fact check her and you're just watching at face value. That what you watching them fact check Trump and saying, no, Trump, that ain't so, man. No, they said that ain't so, man. You're like, okay, well, maybe she, I can see how that could happen. But if you're in the know, if you are in the know and you know what we all know, you know that Trump won that debate, hands down, easily. Okay? Especially now that certain whistleblowers are coming out. Hell, even Davis said that they were going to intentionally fact check and be a little. She said it. So, what more do you need to show that there's bias? Okay? The mainstream media, I don't care what nobody tells you, just gotta what your eyes tell you. Left. They're to the left, to the left, to the left. Anyhow, big debate. Hey. And here's the thing. It's gonna be a lot of more folks than you think are going to be watching that debate. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna tune in. And here's another thing that's gonna be shocking. It's maybe not like they're tuned, but I'm gonna say this: black folks are actually gonna be tuning in to that debate. Maybe it's not like a crazy number, but there must be some black folks tuning in, just try to see, because, and I'm gonna tell you this: I feel like the majority of them are going to be like, hey, maybe this JD dude ain't. Because again, once we get out of emotion and we start going on with common sense, and then we start getting feels for people, we start seeing what's fake and what's genuine. Because I don't care what nobody says. And I fucks with JD because, excuse me, YouTube, my bad. Could be kids watching. I like JD because he doesn't shy away from who he is. It's the same thing why I like Trump, because it's just who he is. He's not trying to, when he gets over here, he's trying to, and then when he gets over here, he's trying to, you take Trump and you drop him anywhere, he's just going to be him. I feel the same way about JD Vance. However his little personality, not little personality, but because he's a great orator. I've watched a number of his speeches, I can honestly say. I've watched a number, maybe not in its entirety, but I've watched a few of his speeches. I watched even how he got declined or rejected from a restaurant out there. Michigan? I could be wrong. But anyhow, they said he couldn't come in. But I like how he handled it, man. Sit outside there and said, hey, you know what? Paid for everybody that was in there. I even left a nice, generous tip. And at the bottom, I sit there and told him, no tax on tips if you vote for Trump and JD. Class act, man. Well, I mean, because the folks there talking about, hey, you can't come in, and we'll be forced to call the law. What? When did all politics? What about the green? What about the moolah? See, and here's the thing now. They are about to get hammered. What I mean by hammered, I wouldn't be surprised if this time next year, Panini Brothers or whatever the hell they call, it's all online. I wouldn't be surprised if they are not in existence this time next year. Oh, don't mess around and let Trump and JD win. Oh man, they definitely going out of business. Definitely. I mean, the groundwork has already been laid anyway. It's spread like a wildfire. But I watched that, even how he handled that. Not just one camera angle. That we're in the age of folk. Everybody got a phone. This thing. There's another thing that's going around. Walz got booed there at the Michigan-Minnesota game. And the game was in, I believe it was in Michigan though. But neither here nor there. Michigan's supposed to be going blue. So they say. You know what I mean by they. So they say. Hell, so is Minnesota. So they say. But he got booed. There's a video going around because, Trump was at the Alabama-Georgia game. But see, the difference is Trump, he almost broke decimal levels and records, okay? He, the people love him, man. He's a man of the people. But there's a video going around where it's been edited and they try to put it to where to make it sound like it's booing. But when you watch the video and you watch the actual authentic Trump, behind the bulletproof glass, they did have him behind the bulletproof glass, as you notice. The people loved him. They cheered. Meanwhile, while they trying to tell you that these folks over here on the left are leading in all the polls and all the swing states and this, that, there, they're getting booed. And here's another thing. Why Kamala ain't go to a game? Why? Because if we got booed, what do you think she gonna get? Okay? Anyhow, guys, we'll be back. We'll definitely be back. Okay? Leave a like. Subscribe, please. I gained one. Hey, to whoever you are, hell, if you even want to let me know who you are, much appreciated. I appreciate every single one of you all. Okay? And we're growing together. All right? Stay tuned. I'll be back. All right? Leave a like, comment, and definitely subscribe. House out.